All new price predictions for Monday incoming on some stocks that we usually don't talk about. So we're going to have this video to update on those stocks. Some stocks like MU. We're also going to go over like IREN. We're going to go over Hood more in depth. We're also going to go over like Coinbase and MSTR. We're also going to go over Bitcoins of the new buys that I'm looking out for on the Bitcoin front. We'll also go over stocks like CRWV. We'll go over some stocks that I see in the comments, like Path. We'll go over some energy stuff. We'll also go over some space and nuclears like SATX, a little bit of communications as well, as it's having the big drops just like it did last time. Could be a decent area to look for reversals on this stock as well. And then I'm gonna add some longer term stocks that we don't talk about that I want to start buying up over this long term as well. So I'll be looking through the comment section as I'm making the video. Hope this video helps you out that much more. A1 levels always. Smash the like button and subscribe if you are new. And let's get straight into it. So let's go and start with MU. Y'all know MU has been very strong, very vertical. It is still bullish. So the easiest thing that I would do on MU as I would look at for it is one, I would put a resistance right here on MU right around 250.90, 251. Then you also have a support on MU, which is Micron, right around 240.45. Okay, so these would be two areas I'll be looking out for Micron like on Monday. So as we're in between these areas, if we come down and break this support, then that's not showing strength on Micron, right? That means we don't want to go back up. The only way I'm looking to play Micron is if it comes back up and breaks this resistance at 250.90, 251. If it breaks that, then I'm looking for calls on MU for it to go up to the 260s, which is a target that I'll be looking out for. So that's a potential I'm looking out for MU, and we'll be looking out for these in the Discord. Make sure you guys join the team. Like Friday, we did some plays. We did AMD, QQs, and SPYs. We did Tesla. That was the only play I did on Thursday. Nice gain. Day before that, we did about 4 plays. We did Apple here. So you get to see me trade every day. Trades here, trades there. I usually trade every morning the market is open. And you can follow those if you want to. Build that independence and really learn how these markets work. First in the description, make sure you join. Black Friday sale probably coming up soon, okay? But yeah, so that's what I'm looking at for Micron, and this is why the levels help a lot. It makes it easier to understand the market, right? You don't have stress in the market because you understand if we break here, I'm looking for it to go here. If we break here, then that means I can't play upside because it wants to go down. So we're following the price. We're following direction. We're not trying to fight it, okay? And then CRWV is pushing down very hard. The biggest thing I would look out for is CRWV is one, if you believe in it long-term shares, it's not bad because at the high, right around 187, is down over 60%, okay? We all know NVIDIA bought it and everything is coming back down to probably where they got in. We'll see. It's coming down a lot. I think there's going to be some bigger pressure in this area that could start to turn it on the upside. So I am looking for like some higher risk gamble calls. That's one, but also shares around this 77 range, because say I buy at 77, if it comes down and breaks the support at 67.40, which it does have, I'll lose 13%. Or I'm looking for a decent push minimum above 90 to $100, and that will be like around 19 to 28%. So it's almost a 2-to-1 risk to reward, maybe 3-to-1 risk to reward if it has some strength, which is not bad on CRWV that has shown before that it can reverse fast. Pull downs here, strong support, it reverse. Pull downs here, it reverse. So it shows that it can reverse. So that's why I'll be looking out for CRWV for anything like a bigger. Let's go over open as well. Let's update levels on open just in case you are kind of watching it. I would say resistance level on open will be right around $8.95, and then we'll put a support on open a little bit lower, right around $7. So those be your areas on open. I don't see too much to do in this range right here of open, if I'm being honest. So I would just kind of wait a little bit, be a little more patient on it, because I really don't see anything strong that might be like a potential play in there. So that's good for open. Let's go over a little bit of other stocks I see in the comment sections. Fubu's a stock I just probably would stay away from. There's really nothing I would do in this range. It really hasn't moved in months, so Fubu I would kind of be patient of. Cheesecake is falling down, breaking support areas. So it broke a pretty decent support area. So your next support is probably not going to be all the way until about 42.90 on Cheesecake, okay? Two bigger things on Cheesecake is either a reversal, right? But it has to break a lot of resistance areas. The first one is 45.80. So if it doesn't break any of these resistance levels, that means it wants to continue going down. So I would be just careful on the cheesecake front. And then let's go to some of the hoods. So hood, I do have long-term shares. I'll probably take a little profits off hood. It is very elevated. Okay, you have to understand, but past the recent all-time highs, which is right here, it has ran an extra 128%, right? It is very elevated. So what goes up fast could come down fast as well. The market hasn't even turned bearish yet. And from the highs, hood is already down about 20%. So one thing, I'll probably take some profits off hood on Monday or Tuesday. That'll be the first thing. I'm also looking to buy some more long-term shares of hood, but hood would have to come down to like $90 and below around here before I start buying some more long terms, which it can if the market starts to get heavy. You have your support, you have your resistance. Those are pretty much the same. So the biggest thing on hood I'm probably doing is take some profits off of the shares. And then if we come back down and break this support area, like on Monday, say we start to roll back over, I might even try to play puts for hood to come down to around the 110s or so. That'll be a possible area I'm looking out for on downside. Okay, that's what I'm looking out for hood. And then let's go to Coinbase. Haven't updated Coinbase in a while. Coinbase is starting to drop. I was expecting Coinbase to come around this area below like the 260s. We are kind of coming in that range. So that's good. They do have a support though. They have a support around 255.25, and then they have a resistance about 299.80. So Coinbase in here, there's not much I would do on Coinbase. I would like to get longer term shares, but I'd rather get Coinbase long term shares below like the 200s. Okay, over the past like 2 years in these areas, it has bigger retracements here, bigger retracements here. So we want to get it below the 200s. That's when I'm gonna start looking for some longer term shares of Coinbase. And y'all know Coinbase can drop pretty fast, as it's already doing. So that's what I'm looking out for on Coinbase for now. And then also Bitcoin is dropping as well. I want Bitcoin to get below the 90s into like the 80s. That's when I'll probably start buying some Bitcoin around that 85 to 87 ish. Some more long term to hold Bitcoin long term, for Bitcoin to go higher in the 150s, because I think Bitcoin can get in the 150s. And where we are now, considerable around like the 87s or so, say I buy there and I hold, that'll be like, oh, you can't see it. That'll be like another 72-ish% gain just off Bitcoin. So very, very powerful gains I'm looking out for Bitcoin. Any other cryptos you want me to go over, make sure you let me know as well. Because we'll start going over a little more cryptos as well, but you just got to let me know in the comment section. Okay. Next videos. These are just some stocks. Don't really talk about that much. Let's go over Qualcomm. Haven't updated this one in a while. So Qualcomm is very stalled. It's kind of a nasty chart, which is why sometimes I don't update it. But we're just going to update some levels that I'll be looking out for on Qualcomm. Let's take all this off. Let's zoom in. Qualcomm already had earnings though. So Qualcomm is a pretty nasty chart. But just for some levels, we have a resistance around like 177.35. And then for your bigger support, it's like around 170.35. So basically, if we come down and break this support like on Monday or Tuesday in here, I'll be expecting some more side, probably down to like the 164s or so in that range. So be looking out for that. And then let's go over. Let's see. All right, yeah, so that's Qualcomm that I've updated in a while. Now, a couple stocks I'm looking to buy longer term, right, that we want to start buying in the middle of the video. Stocks you should probably start looking at. One, you want to start looking at Orcl, right? So Orcl, I haven't updated levels as well. You see, the last time I updated levels was back in like the beginning of October. Orcl has these drops, right? Longer term, it always recovers. But if you look at these drops that Orcl has been having, you see the high from here back in 2021 December down, it dropped about 42%. After that 42% drop from the low to the high, it recovered over 100%. Then it had a smaller drop here, about 22%. After that drop, it recovered over 100%. Had another drop here, about 39%. Okay, recovered tremendously. Had a little drop here, another little drop, 15%. But if you look at its previous highs from where it is now, it's down over 35%. It was down over 39%. Orcl is something we've started to buy longer term. Now, how I buy these is I like to buy 15% increments, 15% increments. So as it goes down, I can keep averaging in. I don't just buy all at once and then you have nothing, you really have nothing else to buy. So I like to buy it slowly. slowly but surely. And then it's already down 39%. So nothing says it won't go more, but longer term, I like where it is. I want to have an average below 200. So I want to buy more below 200. I'm hoping it goes down. They do have earnings around December, but I'm hoping it gets down to like the 190s, 180s, building in the long term. So yes, we do scout plays, we do swing plays, but also longer terms to build that compounded. I want to start buying more like in this range and kind of holding that long term. And then if my average, I want to be right around like the 190s, and I want to hold that till we go back to all-time highs, and that's over 80% gain just off that. Okay, so Orcl is one you want to start looking at. This is a long term that we're going to start buying up, and the more it drops, the more I'll buy. So, and I'm also going to be looking for a bigger call option play once we find a bottom. We probably haven't found that yet, but around the bottom areas, I want to start looking out for bigger calls for the reversals. Those are going to be like bigger leaps. We're going to do those as well in the Discord. Just make sure you guys join first thing in the description. But Orcl is one. So I'm going to start putting a little hints of longer terms, bigger plays that we'll be looking out for. Let's go over 𝐃𝐨 and Chipotle. So 𝐃𝐨 has dropped tremendously. Okay, tremendously it has dropped. Okay, now 𝐃𝐨, the biggest thing is what I'm looking out for is pretty much a reversal. I'm gonna just let it drop, but whenever it wants to show some strength, that's when I'm gonna be looking to play it. We have resistance around 49.45. That's the first area of resistance. So basically, if we come back up and break this resistance, I'm looking for some high risk calls to play it up in like the mid 50s, 60s, and we'll do that in Discord, maybe even shares as well. That's kind of like the only thing I'm looking out for 𝐃𝐨. I probably won't hold anything longer term. It hasn't really proven itself just yet. If you look at the longer term scale, it really just came out like 2023s. It had one little run, but it never got tested with a bigger pull down, and that's what we're having now. So we'll have it a little time. The one that has got tested is Chipotle, though. If you look at Chipotle, it's been tested since 2006. It has some drops recovered, drops recovered, drops recovered, drop here recovered. We're in a bigger drop now, so we don't want to pass up Chipotle as well. I really don't see Chipotle going anywhere, but from the highs, all-time highs to where it is down now, is down about 54%, right? Usually, I like this drop on Chipotle, so I think Chipotle is going to be a decent buy as well. I'm looking for like a reversal on Chipotle option-wise, but I'm also looking for shares on Chipotle. So Chipotle has two resistance areas around $31.80 and $32. So once we break both of these, I'm looking for some possible call options above this area to go up, but I'm also looking for like longer term shares on Chipotle to kind of hold. So because I think Chipotle could go back up and make all-time highs, and just from where we are now, nothing says it's going to stop here, but just where we are now back to all-time highs, that's over 120% gain that I think it can do. So that's something else I'm looking out for, 𝐃𝐨 and Chipotle, some stocks I haven't updated in a while. And then let's go to, what are the other stocks? I can't remember what other stocks I was about to talk about. Maybe they'll click. But yeah, let's go over those. Let's also go over to airlines. I'll go over the next videos, but let's go over Reddit. So I haven't updated Reddit in a while, so let's update some levels on here. We did play Reddit of long-term shares. We bought long-term shares of Reddit in here. We did pretty good on Reddit shares, but shorter term you have, oh, wrong thing. Make sure you guys smash the like button and subscribe if you're new. Hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Saturday, 205.25 is a resistance area, and then for support, I probably put a support right around like 190.10. I'm honestly looking for some more drops on Reddit. I would like Reddit to come down to like the 140s or so. I really want the market to crash because we could just buy more. But yeah, I am looking for Reddit to drop a little bit more. The last time Reddit had like a bigger drop and then recovered, it dropped over like 65%. I think right now we're around like 30 maybe. Yeah, around 31%. I think we need to get down to like the 40s and 40s, 50s. That's when I'm looking to buy Reddit more like bigger shares. Other than that, I'm kind of just being patient because Reddit really hasn't moved in this range. But this is something that I am watching, which would be on Reddit. So we don't want to miss on that one. I like Reddit a lot, at least longer term. So yeah, Reddit was one. Let's go. Oh, start looking at the Home Depots. Okay, you're seeing some decent drops on Home Depots. I think it needs to drop more, but I would like Home Depot, like this last push that it did right here. over 30%, I think that's when I want to start buying Home Depot. From the most previous high of 439, right now we're only down about 17%. So if we can get down to the 30s, which means that would take us right around this 300, 310 mark. I think that would be a phenomenal longer term buy on Home Depot, in my opinion, for a longer term hold to go back up to all-time highs, but also compound. That's not a bad area to start a Home Depot. Like, say you don't have any, for longer term, and you can just pretty much hold it forever as it compounds. Home Depot is not a stock that really just has huge crashes. It usually bottoms out and recovers. So I like Home Depot a lot. Right around that area is what I'm looking out for a bigger potential buy. I'm also watching out for Lowe's, but I like Home Depot a little bit more, but Lowe's probably have to come down to like the 180s for me to start buying that. But also these would be like bigger option calls that I'll be looking out for. So usually every morning we scalp. So if you look at Tesla, like we scalp Tesla. If you look at Tesla, we usually look at Tesla every morning. We look at a certain amount of stocks every morning. And depending on how price is moving, what direction price is going, we usually identify high optimal targets. All in the Discord, all live. You see it every morning. So say there's a high optimal target here on Tesla that we identified. We're looking for Tesla's direction. Once Tesla gives that direction, we're looking for our possible entries. Once we enter, I give you guys in the Discord, I let you guys know where I'm entering, where I'm exiting, what contract I'm playing, when I want to buy, when I'm selling. Everything is to script, right? It's not after I do it, it's before I do it. I let you guys know like exactly like, hey, once it breaks here, I'm about to get in to look forward to go up here, right? And then as it's going up, I'm like, all right, I took profits here, 7%. I took profits here, 8%. I took profit here, 15%. I sold some here, it lost 2%, and we'll scale out as we go. But that is what is the freedom. And we only do that. That only takes about the first 20 minutes of the day, and we're literally done looking at the market. I'm not a person that looks at the market all day. I literally look at the market for the first 30 minutes of the day, get the profits, and then I'm literally off and we go do something else for the whole day. Business owner, okay? But yeah, so I want to throw that at the end. Really get focused on what this market is, okay? I don't want you seeing the market as retail. I want you to see it very differently. How do these levels hit almost perfect? You see this Tesla support level that I gave you? Literally hit perfect and it bounced off that. You see the resistance level that I gave you on Tesla? Almost hit perfect and it slowed down. Support hit perfect here, bounced off that support. There's a reason for that, okay? Time to get serious about the market. Make sure you guys join the team, first in the description. Can't say it enough. And yeah, so I'll probably make some more videos maybe tonight or early tomorrow. And then you have the bigger levels video will come out with like NVIDIA, because NVIDIA has earnings that's coming up. AMDs and the Apples and Teslas and Palantirs will come out Sunday, tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central Time. But before that, I'll probably post another video of some stocks I usually don't talk about for just more analysts. So comment those stocks down below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. And always remember, no recommendation to buy or sell anything, just for educational purposes only. So do not trade anything you see or hear in the video. Catch you guys on the next one.